Hey everyone out there in YouTube land, it's Joel Ellison with Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing, and today we're talking about a handgun that's a little bit dated. Some of y'all might recognize this, some of y'all might not. This is a SW99. It is a collaboration between Smith & Wesson and Walther that started in about 1997, 98, 99, late 90s, and kind of introduced the world to the concept of a pre-cocked striker. It's also kind of the bridge, but I consider this the bridge between the double and single action guns that were popular before this and the single action only or just pure striker fired guns that were popular up to this day. This is a very odd action, especially for a striker fired pistol, but it's really kind of a neat mechanical system. In any case, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead. We'll see you. Alright, first off, let's look at manual of arms. To release the magazine, we have an ambidextrous lever. That's right there. Instead of a button, which is more of the German style of doing things. This particular pistol is in 40 Smith & Wesson. They were mainly available in 9mm, but this particular one holds 10 rounds. Here we have a striker-fired pistol. You can see the back of the striker there, indicating that it is cocked. And we see how far forward our trigger is. We do have a trigger safety, in that this whole shoe kind of pivots down before you can pull it. In any case, once we get to about there, we hit a wall and boom, we get a very nice crisp trigger pull. That's about 4.5 pounds. Now if, say, that round didn't go off, we have a much longer, much heavier trigger pull. Now if we have the pistol cocked, we don't want to carry it like this. We have a big old button right here, and that is our decocker. When I push that, you can see the striker falls, and if there were a round in the chamber, the gun would not go off. In any case, as you can see, we are clear, but we have just a slide stop right there, and we have a takedown disassembly lever right there. And since we also have our nice clear chamber. Our grip is actually quite nice and ergonomic. We have interchangeable back straps. That was kind of a forward-leaning thing in the late 90s, early 2000s. This particular pistol was produced up until about 2022, 2023-ish. The last ones are just now coming into this country, but it's been a pretty good run for a pistol that really kind of saved Walther. It's about around this time they got bought by Umarex, which was famous for making air guns, but the guy who owned Umarex bought Walther, and he liked real guns too, but when he had an opportunity to buy it, he jumped at it. He wanted to save a classic German company that was kind of on the verge of bankruptcy at the time. But in any case, this particular pistol is very easy to break down. Something that was very relevant at the time was that you don't have to pull the trigger in order to disassemble it, unlike, say, a Glock. But we can use our decocker, pull our slide back just a little bit to relieve a little pressure, and pull down on our disassembly notch, and here we are. We have the barrel off with our slide. We have our recoil spring assembly, captive, flat wound spring, very nice. And we have a pretty normal looking barrel. It's a Browning tilting barrel system, about what you'd expect for a modern handgun. We have our tail of our striker, and as you can see, it's right now in the forward position, but we can kind of push it forward, and there's our firing pin protrusion. There we go. I'm going to get you in focus there. But once I let go of the striker tail, it slides back. I do have to push this down, which is our firing pin block, and that's pretty much it. When the striker gets pulled back, it comes back to about here, and that's enough to set off the primer. The firing pin safety is activated by this little nubbin on the trigger bar. It's interesting that there's a little tension spring in the trigger mechanism. That's a little weird, especially for a striker-fired pistol. Most springs in most guns are actually in compression most of the time. That's so that they can do their job even if they break, which this is a little bit different, but these don't have a reputation for wearing out, these springs, so I guess it was okay. In any case, we have a couple of metal frame inserts here at the front, here at the back, and yeah, when our trigger comes back, it actually pushes on that part of it, and our striker pops back up, giving us a nice clean release for the next shot in single action. In any case, let me put this back together, and we'll give you a few more final thoughts. Stand by. All right, Smith & Wesson SW99. It's a really good pistol. A lot of people really like them still. They are kind of dated as of this filming in 2025, but they still soldier on. It's a darn good system. In any case, this was an interesting collaboration between Smith & Wesson and Walther. They sold relatively well in this country, but they were mainly aimed at the German civilian and mainly police market. But yeah, they kind of introduced the world to a nice, short, crisp trigger pull in a striker-fired platform. In any case, let me do this one more time. Boom. Hey. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. If you'd like to support us more directly, please head to our website at pinnaclemountaingunsmithing.com and make an appointment or email us to talk about a project you want to go through with us. We're a full-service gunsmith operating in Pickens, South Carolina, and we'd love to see you come by the shop. In any case, I'm Joel Ellison, and this has been Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing. We'll see you next time.